Hey guys, today I'm going to give you my review of Civil War, which comes out this Friday, April 12th in theaters. Highly recommend seeing this in IMAX because it is definitely something you want to find yourself completely immersed in, and IMAX is going to give you that experience. I was lucky enough that my screening was in IMAX, and the sound and everything, it really truly should be seen on the big screen in a theatrical experience. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, this thing it's scary. Now, I know a lot of people are like, this feels like it's gonna be political or have an agenda, and I've got to mention right out of the gate, it really doesn't. Yes, there's a little mention here and there of certain things, like they do mention a MAGA war that was in the past. Okay, this is not even that. This is a civil war. This is something a little bit different. And they say that the current president has done a handful of things, and this comes partway through the film, that has kind of set up the world or the United States, I should say, for this civil war. But it's not really pushing an agenda, guys. These are journalists, and the whole point is they are supposed to be, they take photos of both sides. You know, they are photojournalists, and they don't insert themselves really into the politics of it. It was kind of the whole point of this, right? They remain neutral. So it really doesn't push an agenda heavily anyway. What I will say is that it's really freaking terrifying. And some people might disagree, but for me, and especially my entire theater, was pretty silent throughout most of it. There's a few jokes here and there that are absolutely sprinkled in to lighten the mood because there's a lot going on that you might like chuckle at. Nothing is laugh out loud funny, but you're like, that was funny, but also like, this is terrifying, this is scary. It's bloody. It's got some gore in it, not as much as I expected, I guess, but it's intense. It's bloody, it's intense. It's terrifying in the way, like, it's a dystopian thriller, right? This is a potential future for the United States with a civil war, another civil war brewing. But it's scary. It's scary because you think, well, this isn't like in our immediate future. There's certainly some steps that could be taken that they pretty much outline in this movie. That we could be here. There's a line with Kirsten Dunst where she says something along the lines of, every time I sent these photos home, I thought it was a warning, like, don't do this. And yet, here we are. Don't bring this home, but here we are. This is happening on our home turf. And it's scary. And it's scary right out of the gate. It's terrifying. Alex Garland does a great job with this. The directing is incredible. There's moments where, because they're photographers, so when they take a picture, you'll see, like, the still every once in a while, and they'll, like, flash up what the picture looked like. And this is scary stuff. I think it sits because you're like, there are violent people in the United States. Like, whatever side you're on, we all know there are violent people here. And there are people that are willing to do bananas things for their beliefs. Like, too much. Like, go too far to the point where they're like, killing innocent people. Like, bombing just random cities. Like, there's a lot that it feels like it's far-fetched, but it doesn't feel like it's that far-fetched, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain, but it feels like this could be our future if we don't get our act together, and that is what is terrifying. As a parent of two children who are 11 and 12, I worry for their generation. I worry for this continuing and to spiral, right? Tensions ran high last election, and we might have that coming up again. It sure seems like we do. And no matter what side you are on, I really hope you're not like, hey, let's just kill my neighbor. Like, that really isn't how this should be. Not over that. It's not a reason to murder somebody. And I think most people believe that. So I hope we're in the clear here. But they really do lay out just a few simple things that this president in this movie does that really gets the trajectory rolling, gets the ball rolling, gets us on this trajectory towards a civil war, and it's devastating. It's very hard to watch. There's a lot of intense moments. I teared up a few times. I never full-on cried. I think I was, like, too scared to cry. This was a very edge-of-your-seat, heart-pounding, silent throughout the whole movie, which is almost 2 hours long, so, like, that says a lot. The acting is phenomenal. The story is just so intense. If you love a dystopian thriller, you'll probably like this, but just go into it knowing this is violent, this is intense, this is a lot, and it happens at home. Like, there's like a big battle in DC, and you see monuments, like, it's DC, and it feels like home, and it's scary because it's humans versus humans. This isn't some like a crazy superhero thing or aliens coming in. This feels like a potential future, and that is freaking scary as all hell. So anyway, that was my thoughts on it. I was terrified. Like I said, I sat in silence, as with most of the theater. There was a lot happening, but it feels like it's a bit of a warning message. Without an agenda, just like in general, like, hey, maybe we should love each other, right? It's a great message to have. Let's love each other, guys. Let's not, no matter what your beliefs are, let's not do this. Let's not go there. Let's just not do that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. You guys let me know if you're looking forward to Civil War. Like I said, I really think this is something to see on the big screen in a theater, but it's a lot. Be prepared to know it is a lot. I drove home, I turned the radio off on the way home, and I sat in silence to kind of sit with it, because it's intense. And Jesse Plemons is in here, of course. He's married to Kirsten Dunst, but he had a great scene. He's not in it a lot, but his performance is very, very powerful. Kaylee Spaney plays a young journalist who wants to be a war photographer. So she's kind of following along, and there's a lot of stuff that goes along with her. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the end is like so much. It's so loud, and you feel like you're in it, and it's scary, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's scary. It's very intense. It's scary in a different way. It's obviously not a horror film. It's definitely a thriller. It's definitely intense. And I'm going to stop rambling, but you guys let me know if you're excited to check this out. I already said that in theaters down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.